of the craziest parts of my journey was actually studying the history of cancer. So here's just a couple of dates that are kind of interesting. Did you know that in 1910, due to the Flexner Report, our medical school curriculum shifted to stop looking at root causes and to start looking at symptoms and symptom remediation? That's called the allopathic model of healthcare. So that happened in 1910, where we stopped looking at root causes. Then in the early 1930s, Otto Warburg won the Nobel Peace Prize for figuring out that cancer was a metabolic disease due to the way that it consumes glucose. That was quickly forgotten because he actually pledged his allegiance to the Nazi Party. Then in the 40s, 50s, 60s, through the 90s, 2000s, we were focused on cancer being a somatic mutation or a genetic disorder. But that was disproven in 2012 by Dr. Thomas Seyfried from Boston College, who once again proved that cancer is actually a metabolic disorder. And beyond that, we were able to figure out in 2017 the exact molecular DNA of the tumor, which allows us to precision match treatments for the first time ever. So guys, the world of cancer dramatically changed since 2012, when we understood that it was actually a metabolic disorder. And even more so in 2017, when we understood the DNA of the tumor actually predicted what treatments would work. But unfortunately, the way insurance pays and our doctors are compensated has not caught up yet. It takes on average something between 12 to 17 years for new technology to become standard of care and for the way we pay to change. So it is in our best interest to start to ask for data like the DNA of the tumor to treatment match now, even though that's not how the average cancer journey goes and is paid for. Everything I asked for was paid for by insurance. I just had to ask for it in a different order. So I want to help you have a better healing journey. I want to help you heal smart. So please check out my website, beadatag.com. Data G stands for Data Gangster, and that will teach you the data you can ask for to predict what treatments will work before you start. That will teach you what data you can use to measure treatment effectiveness. Guys, remember, it was a $30 blood test that allowed me to prove the chemotherapy wasn't working and convince my oncologist to please pivot to the immunotherapy because I knew that would work based on the DNA of my tumor. But I also teach you why there were chinks in your armor that allowed cancer to thrive in your body. So what happened to your angiogenesis system and your immune system and your microbiome in order for cancer to thrive? So there is a three-pronged strategy that is outside the typical standard of care that is in your advantage to understand. So please check out beadatag.com, and I will teach you how to heal smarter by using data to predict your journey. May you live long and lucky.